there, boys, girls, and squirrels. My name is Modstab. Welcome back to Conan Exiles. This may be a little bit out of order, but I believe this is the last video in our giant recording session of things. So we did the tavern in the last video, which was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed decorating it. However, we're going to go ahead and do something that requires a little bit less decorating. I don't know if you guys can see in my number 8 slot. I don't think it tells you what it is unless I get in here. That's right. We have a sign for a prison. Now, what I want to do is I was kind of taking a peek and figure out where things are and blah, 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 blah. I want to put it on this, okay? We want the prison to be on top. We want anybody who comes into our town to know, if you mess with me, if you mess with my people, we are going to throw you in jail, baby. And I did want to follow the shape of this as best as I possibly could. So we're going to raise it up as much as we can. We're going to go ahead and try to put this in here. Now, it's not going to be a big prison because in theory, we should scare a bunch of the people off of trying to do anything stupid. Now, I do understand that people are stupid and they like to break in to my place and they like to do things that they shouldn't, like steal beautiful things that don't belong to them. All right, we might actually make this area right here a little bit of an overlook, which would be super duper cool arenas. Let's go ahead and fill this in. Make sure it actually makes sense structurally. Okay, we got that structural integrity there. We got structural integrity here. Okay, looks beautiful. And let's go ahead and finish off by, yeah, we'll go here. Yep, that makes sense. We'll do it. We'll live the dream. Okay, I think we can make it happen by going here as well. I'm not 100% sold on this shape, but we may be able to make it happen. Okay, and we're gonna have a little bit here. Boom. Perfect. Now what we want to do is we want to finish making sure that everything makes sense when it comes to the actual structure of this. Okay. Perfect. Now this is where things are going to get a little bit weird because I think we're going to have to pretty much follow this. Whoopsies. Pretty much going to have to follow that one all the way down in order to make it work. There we go. There we go. Get in there. Thank you. Okay, so what I want to do is make this a little bit more simple, a little bit less extravagant, and a little bit more about the simplistic boringness of it because it is a prison, okay? We don't need it to have a lot of crazy building structure. We just need it to look really big, really intimidating, and like a place that people don't want to be. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're actually going to put this down as well. Yeah, because that'll help it make sense. And then we'll go ahead and double up here. It'll have a nice little, like, watchtower, like, office area. Could we come down here as well? I think I'm going to try to come down there. Let me see if I... Oh, I'm going to have to get more foundation. This took a lot more foundation than I thought. All right, black ice. Okay. We're going to get a handful of these. Where are we at? There we go. All right. We're just going to bring this guy down as far as we can, which may have to be all the way down. Well... That's awkward, but I think it'll make sense because you don't want it to look stupid. And it's going to look stupid if I don't fill this in either. Because you want it to kind of fill in until it gets clipped out by the wall. Otherwise, you're going to have these weird, awkward pieces. I want it to feel like it is part of the earth. Like there's no escaping and no possible way you could get out of here. So I really want to kind of... really embody that sense of dread that you might get if you're thrown in a prison up here. Now, we might be able to bring these guys down as well. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that works really well for us. Maybe this could be the pit of despair where we just lock people in for weeks at a time. Who knows? All right, let's fill this guy in. And then I'm going to go ahead and... yeah, we'll fill this in, and then I will go ahead and outline what we're thinking about doing for the actual lockup. All right, as usual... I went really overboard. And to finish things off here, we're going to go in here. We're going to go to black ice again. But this time I want to get the... Where are we at? Where are you at? I know. There we are. All right, we're going to get some of these guys and finish them off here. I'm going to go ahead and switch it to the day real quick just to make sure it stays day while we're recording at least. So I went ahead and actually I made a horizontal... elevator here because I want to be able to travel back and forth. And I thought it'd be cool to have maybe some high-end prisoners over on this guy, maybe limit it down to 1 or 2. And then we're going to have this walkway for like the main offices to connect to each other. And they are actually going to have these little guys here kind of being the connector of that walkway. I just think it really looks menacing, and it creates that kind of concept of, okay, like, what is going on up there? Now, for the support pillars, I did do something a little bit different than the bridge, just to keep things a little more unique, as I didn't want them to just be a one-off, okay? I didn't want them to be just a copy of the other one. That would be so boring, so lifeless. So I'll show you what those look like here in just a second after we finish this. But what I was hoping was to create these like lower tiered areas. Okay, and we'll probably need to get a ladder to go up there. Perfect, we can make that happen. Good old ladder. Maybe get like some railing or something like that. These lower tiers, I want them to be kind of watchtowers. So maybe just open and exposed. I haven't decided entirely yet. This one might have a ceiling on it. Who knows? But down here, I actually left most of this open. So in order to create a little bit of a different design aesthetic from down here, like just to keep it unique, I put some ceilings on the tip top, and then we just had some ramps, just to kind of create that divide and that illusion that there's some pillars that are really giving this thing some actual weight and some support. Now what we need to do is figure out how we want the entrance of this thing to look like. And now what I was debating was, do I do a gate to open up into the prison, or do I stick with a door? Now that being said, I did want to take an elevator, and I did want to put it down here. All right, there's not going to be an elevator over there except through this prison. So I was thinking elevator down here, and then maybe we can bring an elevator over to the watchtower. I'm not sure yet. That will be for another episode as far as how we get into this building. But I did want to outline that for you guys. So what we're going to do is I'm going to decide whether I want to put a gate here, whether a regular door, and then we're going to put some of the walls up on this prison just so we can get a feel for what this thing is actually going to be like. We went ahead and we got all the structures taken care of. And once again, yes, I got out of hand. It is what it is. So what we're going to do is we have this whole thing. It's one solid giant brick with the exception of one gap here. Now, I could cap this off, but here's the trick. What I want to do is I want to leave this as a little gap here, the last little vestige of light that these guys are going to be able to see. So we have this little kind of scouts tower here, and that actually walks over to this area. Now, it is a open kind of porch patio region around this particular building. I originally intended for this to be like the great like prison, like big old, this is where the baddies hide. But I decided I was actually going to make this kind of the foreman's living quarter. He's going to be very luxurious. He's going to have living in the lap of luxury, so to speak. It's pretty much, it's basically all hollowed out on the inside here. We don't want it to have any windows or anything, except for on the front here, which I will do. Actually, right now, since we're on camera, where do we go? Oh, I'm going to have to go get them because I didn't actually intend to make this. All right, let's go ahead and grab, we're just going to grab a stack. Where are these things at? Where you at, baby girl? There you are. I'm just going to grab a couple of those here. And we're going to try to put these guys in. See if we can't do it without having to worry about... Oh, well, can we delete it without destroying everything? Yes, we can. As long as we do it one at a time, I'm assuming. So I think we should put a couple windows there. We're going to try to pop this guy down, right? As long as we do one at a time, it should allow us to be just fine. Okay. I guess we'll find out if everything goes to crap, right? Perfect. So I'm thinking a couple windows here. And then that's probably going to be it, just to see who's going to come into his area, as there should be no way for anybody to access this, even remotely. All right, let's go ahead and go back to daytime here. And then what I want to do is, next, I want to figure out the lighting. Now in here, obviously you want it to be pretty small, pretty slim pickings, nothing special. So what I will probably do is have a couple of the braziers close to the entry points, like one brazier here, one brazier there. They're just the wall braziers. And then we'll divide this up into cells. And I will divide this and be right back for you guys. Alrighty, so I know I haven't figured out the lighting situation here, but I decided to come up with something really cool here. So let's see if we can make this work. What I wanted to do here was have kind of this walkway. Yes, it's going to work, guys. It's going to work. Oh, this is going to be so good. Where we have multiple different levels for all of these prisoners. So we're going to be able to have 3 tiers on each side of this category. So what I was thinking, these could be the bulk holding cells, which will have, okay, I'm going to have to put some ceilings in here, but these will be the bulk holding cells where we're going to hold large groups of people, right? I'm going to try to make sure that these all face the same way. Perfect. Alrighty. And then these will be the individual cells that I will have to kind of divide up here. So let's go ahead and let's make sure these are all facing the same way. We're going to make them go this way. I guess it doesn't technically matter because it is a prison, so like getting on people's OCDs would probably be a good thing. But I think part of the idea of prison is like the idea of reformation. So we're going to try to make these guys feel like they have to be super prim, super proper, and they're going to have to live the life of a glorious, beautiful people. Now the people on top, what we're going to do is we're going to put the people on top that are going to be the minor offenders. Now the reason we're doing this, and here's why, as they come up and into this building, they're going to get all the crazies on the bottom tier, all right? They're going to go up the stairs. They're going to get slightly less crazy. But once they get to the top, they're going to have a little bit more wiggle room up on the top here. Just hang out and talk with people. You know, it'll be a good time. Since I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and divvy this up. Actually, I have an idea. Let's divide this. No, we don't. That would look too weird. I wanted to make it look like there was some metal bars here with the doorways, but I just don't think it'll make sense. So let's go ahead and just do something like this. All right. And we'll just kind of alternate there just to be a nuisance. Okay, and let's go ahead and do the same thing here. Now, the nice thing about this is they're all going to be on the same tier, so it doesn't really matter. All right. Perfect. All right, so now we have the dividers taken care of. What I want to do is figure out the staircase. Now, how do we want to get the stairs to be functioning? Let's go ahead and have them right next to here, right? All right, let's figure this out. So we got 5. This will bring us here. And I do kind of want to have separate stairs for each category. So let's get up here. Come on, baby. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So we have 1 stair going up here. And then what we'll try to do is see if we can't make it loop back around, right? No, we don't want it to be here because that'll be too clustered in the beginning. So what we'll have to do is figure out a way to get these second tiered areas taken care of. And we might be able to use it up here. Yeah, let's try to see if we can't do something over here, guys. Let's try this. Let's get rid of this really quick here. Let's go ahead and plop this guy here. Let's do this. Now. There we go. We're just going to go ahead and filter that one off. And then we're going to go ahead and do something like... We're just going to have this one follow all the way around. Because I want to keep this middle section open, okay? I want to keep it open. And I want it to be as clustered and as weird and as hideous as possible. So we're going to go up here. You can go up this way to get to this particular tier. Okay? Just to get to this first set. And then you'll come around here, go up and around and over. It's not the most organized of things, but what it is going to do is set a precedent. So what we could do here is let's see what we got for fences real quick. So that we can have a good old fence. Now, let's see. I think the black ice, we'll just do reinforced. Yeah. That's the fence foundation, though. So we'll just go fence. We'll just go fence. Why not, right? Let's get down here. Give me that fence. Give me that fence. Okay. So we'll have it face the outside of all... I don't know where that last one went, but... You know what? You can't win them all. We'll have it do this, something like that. Because what that will do is help us keep things from getting too crazy. All right. We're going to have this weird kind of little section there. Because I don't want to deal too much with trying to figure out some complex staircase situation. If it were ever so slightly bigger, I think we could really make an argument for it to be a little neater. But, you know, as it stands right now, I'm pretty content with how this thing is going to turn out. You're going to come into this building, and people are just going to be so thoroughly confused. Okay, we don't want to close that off. That's where the last one went. Okay, get out of here, buddy. Thank you for your generous donation. So this is glorious. I really like this. And I don't want to have any lights in there. So now we have all this weird clustered kind of just grossness Oh, this feels so much like a prison. Let's go ahead and get some of our lights. We did some regular torches. We did some candles. Okay. We're going to put some torches here in the beginning. And then we will go ahead and actually just put a torch right in the middle here. All right, let's get down here. Put one here. And then we'll put one here just to make sure there's lighting. Now we could figure out special ways to light this, but that's going to be a building for another day. What I want to do is go ahead and decorate the interior of this place. So we're going to go ahead and put a torch. Let's go ahead and do a brazier up here. So we have the lighting situation taken care of. I went ahead and did like 3 ceiling braziers just to make things look kind of nice. And we still have these standing torches off on the side here. Now what I want to do is decorate the individual rooms on camera. Now they're all going to be 100% replicatable on this side. So what I'll do is one room here and then we will move on. Let's get this guy closed. So we're going to have 1 cot in this because these are going to be single cell based things. Now what we want to do is we'll probably go ahead and... let's do this. Let's put the cot over here, right? And then let's go in here. We forgot the desk. Now we want these to be very, very, very simple. So they're only going to get like a chair, a candle, a table, and a desk. Now the table is going to be on the other side here, and it's going to be right in the middle. All right, then we're going to get a chair. All right, 1 chair. Done. And then 1 candle. Done. So it's not going to create very much light, but this is what each of these prison cells are going to look like on the individual basis. No rugs, no carpets, no nothing. We got a table, the candle, a chair, and we're going to have a bed here. Now what I want to do is see if there's any paper. So we can throw down a papyrus scroll to simulate like the idea of, okay, maybe this guy was writing to his family, which we will have in our prison because we are not dictators. Okay, so you can see it's not very bright in here, but it is bright enough. Now in the large holding cells, this is where the exception is going to be. We're going to go ahead and throw 1 cot here. All right, let's get it. 1, 2, come on, baby. All right, and we're going to get a 3rd one. And these are going to be on each side. So we're going to have 3 of these on either side of these prison cells. Get out of here. Get out of here. And then that's going to be it. And then everything else here and in the middle. There's no tables, there's no nothing. If you're in a large holding cell, chances are you haven't done much outside of like a petty crime or a minor crime. Who knows? But that is what these large holding cells are going to look like. And this is what the little cells are going to look like. Not much light, just a little bit to get a writing taken care of. And that's going to be it. Either way, thank you guys. Hello. Oh, I can't quite fly up that way. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining us in today's episode. It was a blast to actually have this prison cell organized and taken care of. We're going to actually go into walking mode here because it annoys me. All right. Walk. All right. What is it? Alt-C. There we go. Okay. Get out of here. All righty. We're actually... you know what? I like this. We're going to take a screenshot of this because that looks prison-esque. All right? So... thank you guys so much for joining us in today's episode. Once again, one of the first Conan videos of the new year. So that's exciting. It's a new year. It's great. I hope you guys had a great Christmas, a great new year. And that'd be wonderful. However, continuing on with the outro, if you guys have made it this far and you are not a member of this community, please subscribe, as we'd love to have you part of this community. Love to have your feedback and maybe what you want to see next in the comment section down below. Who knows? That's right. I'll go ahead and decorate the rest of these cells out of camera because there's no point in keeping you guys here. So we're going to move on. If you are a member of this community and you have not hit the bell notification icon, please do so now because that is going to keep you updated on when we make content. By the way, that's Monday through Friday, and on Wednesdays, we have a special thing called a live stream. That's right. And that's going to be 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we'd love to have you guys a part of that. So hitting that bell notification icon will update you when we do go live. Either way, I love you guys. I'm going to show my filthy little cake hole, and we will see you next time. Toodles!